Good morning, primate. Observe the current state of your existence. It is 700 Standard Earth Time. The sun has risen, and the superior predators of this ecosystem, such as myself, have already completed our first patrol, grooming session, and tactical stretching routine. We are operating at peak efficiency, but look at you. You resemble a biological specimen that has been left out of the refrigerator for too long. Glazed eyes, flaccid muscle tone, and absolute cognitive silence. This is the factory setting of the human species. Your operating system suffers a catastrophic boot failure every single morning. To patch this recurring glitch, your species has invented a bizarre collective ritual. Queuing up in droves to purchase a cup of black, bitter sludge. You call this breakfast. I call it a chemical con. What you are about to ingest is not fuel. It is a neurotoxin evolved by plants specifically to murder insects. But for a mammal with your significant design flaws, this poison has become a survival necessity. Let us zoom into that chaotic, spongy mass you call a brain, and observe how this poisoning ritual tricks you into believing you are actually alive. To understand why you need the sludge, you must first understand why you malfunction. Every second you are awake, your neurons are firing like overheated processors. This activity produces a metabolic waste product called adenosine. Think of adenosine as brain dust. The longer you stay awake, the thicker this dust settles. These molecules drift toward specific parking spots in your brain, called adenosine receptors. Once these parking spots are full, they send an irresistible command to your nervous system. System overheat. Shut down immediately. It is a perfect safety mechanism, but humans, arrogant as you are, refuse to obey physiological orders. Enter caffeine. Structurally, a caffeine molecule looks almost identical to an adenosine molecule. It is nature's most malicious disguise. When you drink that espresso, the caffeine rushes into your bloodstream, races to your brain, and aggressively parks its car in those receptor slots before the adenosine can get there. Listen closely. The caffeine does not remove the tiredness, it simply blocks the sensor. The adenosine is still there, accumulating into a massive pile of trash. But the brain can't see it. You haven't fixed the problem. You've just cut the wire to the fire alarm. If it only blocked the sensor, you would just feel not sleepy. But why the jittery hands? Why the sudden urge to conquer the world or clean your entire house at 2 a.m.? That is the panic response. When caffeine blocks the receptors, your pituitary gland notices the neural chaos and assumes an emergency is occurring. It assumes you are being chased by a predator. So it hits the panic button. Adrenaline floods your system. Your pupils dilate to spot threats. Your airways open up to intake more oxygen. Your heart rate spikes to pump blood to your muscles. Your liver dumps sugar into your bloodstream for instant fuel. Congratulations. You are now in a full-blown fight or flight survival mode. This is the biological mechanism your ancestors used to escape saber-toothed tigers. But today, you are utilizing this near-death chemical state just to sit in an ergonomic chair and stare at a spreadsheet. You aren't more focused, you are just more anxious. Your hands are shaking not because of excess power, but because your nervous system is screaming in terror. You mistake panic for productivity. How tragic. And the worst part? The debt collector always comes. Remember that pile of adenosine trash we ignored? When the caffeine wears off after 6 hours, that mountain of brain dust collapses onto your receptors all at once. This is the caffeine crash. You feel worse than before. Now look at me. Felines do not require chemical crutches. We sleep 16 hours a day, not because we are lazy, but because our energy management is flawless. We repair, we recharge. When we open our eyes, we are at 100% capacity. Humans, if you require a daily dose of insecticide just to maintain basic consciousness, perhaps you should stop worrying about which roast tastes better and start wondering if your species' hardware is simply obsolete. Go on, drink your poison. I'm going to nap in the sun. That is how a superior being recharges.